Hi, folks. Welcome to Rudy Vision, and welcome to episode 4 of the ESO Create Your Own Guild series. In this episode, we are going to talk about how to win public traders. First off, before you even try to go for a public trader, you must know that you must have at least 50 people within your guild in order to even put in the bid. That is a minimum criteria requirement. After that, you have to have also a minimum of 10,000 gold in order to put in the minimum amount you need to bid on any particular region or spot in a region. So those are the basic minimums. Now, the bid system goes, and this is subject to change. At the time I made this video, it is going to be these specific times, but as this game evolves and changes over time, this specific time will be subjected to changes. But for the moment, every 3 p.m. on Tuesday is when a new bid kicks in. So you have a spot in the game for a full week. After that, you have to rebid on it to win the spot back, or you can change spots and bid on a different location. Now, in this game, your guild has 10 tries or 10 chances to put in 10 bids all over Tamriel within the game with various different public traders. The highest amount of your first bid, meaning of the 10 bids, the highest amount possible, and if they're all the same amount, it's going to be whichever was put in first, but the highest amount is going to be the winning bid, unless there is a higher bid that the competition bids to outbid that. Then it goes to your secondary bid and so forth. If, however, nobody bids on a particular spot, and this is very important, if nobody bids on a particular spot when 3 p.m. hits, you will have a good 5 minutes or so, and then that opens up to the general public to where a guild can put in a bid on that spot. Now, in the event that this scenario happens in a no bid situation where, the guild master forgot to put in for the bid on the spot or whatnot, after that 5 minutes, it basically comes down to the fastest finger masher, so to speak. If you're right there at the spot and you put it in, it's only 10k, bam, you win the spot for 10k. Doesn't happen often in this game, but I have seen it happen before, and you'll usually see crowds of people surrounding a guild spot that people forget to bid on, typically. But that's what happens if nobody bids on a spot. Now, with the bid systems, people ask commonly how much does it take to usually win a spot, and I'm going to say that's very subjective because it ranges across different platforms, whether it be Xbox, PC, PlayStation. It's going to be various different types of amounts. And most importantly, it's going to come down to the region you're in. If you're putting a bid out in Mournhold, I'm going to be blunt and honest with you. If you don't have 10 million in your guild's bank account, don't even bother because the bids are outrageous in Mournhold. And this is on Xbox I'm talking. It might be worse on PC or other platforms. I don't know. I can't comment on every platform, but I can tell you on Xbox, if you don't have 10 million, don't even bother for Mournhold. However, the average bid, I would say, in a regular tier area, and I do have a video that I'll link in the description box below when I get a chance after this video is put out. I do have a video on my channel that explains the public trader rank system and what I view as the best public traders in the game, and goes all the way from the best to the worst. And I explain which zones are more prominent and harder to win at than others. But for an average zone in the game, you're looking at about 1 million gold, give or take. That's not always going to be that way. Sometimes you can get it cheaper. Sometimes it's going to be a lot more than that. But on average, about a million. And that's going to keep going up as time goes on in this game. As more people get rich, more people have the funds, it's going to be very competitive. But the good news is that you have 10 tries each week. So if your first try fails, you have 9 more to go at it for that week. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, how long do you want the trader? Do you want it for just 1 week, or do you want it indefinitely? Most guild masters want a consistent trader each and every week. And in order to do that, you're going to need the financial infrastructure to have that. So the first thing you're going to have to decide early on in this game is whether you have a due system or whether you have a free trade system. If you do the free trade system, I'm going to be completely honest with you, you better have some good fundraising, or you better be willing to open up your own pocketbook as the guild master to fund the operations of your guild. Because if you don't, you're not going to win as often. Okay? And I'm not saying that, a due system's better or worse. I'm not here to judge that. I'm simply saying, what it takes to have on both systems. Now, if you do have a due system, you are going to have to enforce the dues. Okay? You can't just say it's, 5K every week and then not watch the members to see if they're paying or not. Because what's going to happen is you're just going to waste your time, and, if you don't police it and enforce it, then it's pointless to even have it. So if you do have a due system, enforce it. And if you have a free system, make sure you have the revenue each week that you're bringing in from either fundraisers or from your own pocketbook. And finally, the most important thing when going for a guild spot for a public trader is, and this I'm going to tell you from personal advice, the guild master that is most determined in this game to win the spot will win the spot ultimately and hold it. You have to look at incumbency each week. And what I say by incumbency is, watch the guilds coming in and out of a particular region in the game, because this is going to help you tremendously in determining who your competition is, how tough they're going to be in order to take them down with a bid, and to see if the spot you're going for is going to be hard to get or easy to get. So make sure you pay attention to these factors, and this will help you tremendously in trying to get a guild trader and win one for your guild. Okay? All right, so these are some of the facts that you need to know going in, and like I said, it's all comes down to who bids the most each week on a particular spot. And if you lose one particular bid, you have 9 more. If you lose all 10 bids, then better luck next week. But on average, you're going to need about a million, give or take. If you're going for a high profile region, specifically Mournhold, you're going to need a whole lot more gold in order to take down those particular traders. All right, folks. So that concludes this video on how to win a public trader and some of the metrics that goes on behind the scenes and what you need to know. If you like this video, please hit the like button and become a subscriber. I put out videos on Elder Scrolls Online each and every week, and I'll see you next time.